Okay, how do we introduce this? I didn't think this far.
I don't know. You don't really introduce any of your videos though.
I kind of just say like, "Hello, Crusty here." Okay, I'm gonna throw like a bunch of information into your face.
Crust,
Sub, please. Bye.
Crusty here, Crusty here. They said Among Us and Ninjago,
All
and
right,
that's
see ya.
it.
See you in like 2 hours. I'm gonna upload another video then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hello everyone. This is Crusty783, and this is the first episode of the Crusty Crew podcast. I'm here with my co-host Cube.
Hello.
All right, perfect. Crystalized. Crystalized. How do we feel?
I think, I think Hands of Time was a little bit better.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, but like, okay, I don't know. I'm very happy about it, but I don't know. I've not actually had proper thoughts yet. What about you though?
I am really, really enjoying it. I have
I
complaints, but I really
Yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
do too. I do too. But I think overall it's like enjoyable, which I guess is
That's
one of the
what
main
that's what
things
like
it has to be.
entertainment is like made to do. So
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's just if I think about a few things too much, I start to like question a bit of the season.
what are you
But
thinking
overall, it's
about?
really good. I think it's mainly just. I guess it's mainly just the Nia stuff I'm conflicted on, and Harumi.
I actually really like the Neo stuff.
No, I love the Nia stuff. The only thing I'm conflicted on is how like she rarely appears after she comes back,
Keep
and
in
like the
mind,
samurai.
we haven't seen the rest
Yeah,
of the season yet.
that's true. Yeah, I just wonder. Yeah, you're true. Yeah, I just kind of see a lot of my judgment kind of has to wait until I see the rest of the season,
Yeah,
which is
same.
like is especially with Harumi. But
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
yeah,
Harumi is like I really need to see how that goes before I can. Like the reveal
yeah,
scene itself is like genuinely
that is
excellent.
amazing. Like right after the Among Us, like that scene is gonna be iconic.
What, dude? Okay, one thing Ninjago Crystalized is really, really good at is balancing tone. Like,
Yeah,
in like 2 minutes, it can make you like laugh like hell, make you really sad and really shocked, and it feels completely natural.
yeah, that's literally what happens in like the last episode
Like
with
the
the.
scene with Jay in the lighthouse. Like you just keep jumping from like laughing to being really sad for Jay, and then laughing again, and then being sad. It's
Yeah,
the season's really good at balancing its tone. But yeah,
yeah, which I think is like it's not that's been a bit a small issue in some other seasons
I got a hard
where like
disagree, but like you say, also the Among Us scene. They literally in the space of 4 minutes went from Ninjago's funniest scene to one of Ninjago's most uncomfortable scenes, and it felt
yeah,
completely natural.
God, yeah, that scene though, like no matter what I think or what happens afterwards, that like scene where it's just like like former villains just surrounding him, and then like the worst one of all just unmasking herself.
Yeah, like how Harumi just walks up to Lloyd, just relishing in the fact that he's gonna feel like absolute ass over this, while like a
Yeah,
bunch of his worst enemies stand behind her and just grin directly at Lloyd. It's actually horrifying.
and then there's Vangelis who's just kind of there.
No, he's like grinning through the mask too.
I know, yeah, but I'm just talking about like all those villains have like connections to Lloyd, and then Vangelis is just
Jealous
like
is
getting
just
bodied. Yeah, no, that's really good though. God, yeah, that last episode, I think the last episode, the first two episodes
the first
are my favorite
episode
ones.
is like unironically one of Ninjago's best episodes.
Yeah, I love it a lot. I feel like a lot
Like
of people.
it's unironically in my top five.
Okay, um, honestly, I can see that. I think it's probably my favorite. Well, it's one of my favorites. Um, yeah, I think. Fuck, I can't speak. Here, you can describe what you like about it.
I think well, my main problem with it is probably the opening scene. It's pretty good, but like
I think it's
I
too
don't know.
long. I think right that we could have had like the news thing could be like there's a mysterious team coming like going around or something, and then they probably get introduced in like episode 3. I don't think we
I'm
needed
f-
that 1 minute and a half
I'm
long
fine with the
scene.
scene itself. It's just in
I
comparison to like the rest of the episode, it's like very tonally different. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think they could have used more of that time for like I don't know, like Kai maybe.
But then,
I think
but
everything else
I
was
think
done
like
better.
having Vengestone be like the first scene of the season sets the scene pretty well.
Yeah, I just think it's funny how like the first shot of this like pretty like big important scene is fucking misdemeanor and this random ass guy in the truck.
Metalonian.
Yeah, literally. I thought it was Karloff at first, but he doesn't
I
have
love
that beard.
I love how there's more Metalonians. I love one thing I'd never expected going into Wildbrain Ninjago is that they would flesh out Metalonians beyond Karloff.
Yeah. Yeah, we've gotten a bit of them in
We've
Master
got
of the Mountain and the
Korgren.
Island.
We got an actual
and-
look at Metalonia.
Yeah.
Wait, when did we get one in the island?
Well, it's literally half a second, but on the map they go down to Metalonia, I think, to get the vehicles. I think that's what
They
happens.
do?
I could be wrong though. I probably am. I'm not good at Ninjago
I
geography.
don't remember that at all.
Well, I don't know. Korgran and this guy, if he is from No, he has to be from Metalonia, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he has a Metalonian torso, and he has Korgren's armor, and he has like a Russian accent.
Yeah. Does
So
he
I
speak
think-
in third person?
No, that's only
Oh, wait, no,
that's only
only-
Korgren who does that.
Yeah, and then Karloff does. I don't know. That's weird. Oh yeah, but that's still good. In terms of the first episode, I like how.
Yeah,
the
Karloff speaks
monastery
in
opens
first
up.
person. He's like, I love to build.
Yeah, that's true, but he didn't do that in season 4.
Did he not?
No, that's a hunted thing.
Huh.
Yeah, but first episode, man. Even though it dropped out of nowhere,
Also, my other
It's
problem
very-
with it is, oh yeah, no,
Bento.
it completely dropped out of nowhere. Like how Crystalized marketing goes nowadays is I'll be in my film class, right? End up like
Yeah.
succumbing to the temptation to look at my phone, and I'm like, God damn it, that's right, Crystalized stuff is coming out. I'm gonna be worried about this like all film now.
Yeah.
Like I open up my phone, I have like a message from like someone, and it's like, oh my god, and I'm like, what's going on? So I search on YouTube. I don't think they posted the trailer yet at that point, and there was nothing there. So I was like, okay, nothing. It must just be some like random thing, like showing me as like sub count or something. So then I go on Twitter, and someone's like, the first 2 episodes of Crystalized are out, and I was just like, what?
And it's like
I can't
They wouldn't
complain
even-
though, because did you see my video about the leaks? In the video,
Maybe.
I very specifically say that Lego needs to upload episodes 1 to 12 on their YouTube all at once as soon as they can. So I can't complain about this at all.
Yeah.
Because
The
it's
thing is, right,
exactly
yeah, 'cause
what I
the
asked
French-
for.
Yeah, the French were actually gonna get it. Like, like imagine if we got that Harumi reveal in French first.
Oh my god.
That would have been garbage.
That would have been a
Like,
complete disaster.
Yeah, I'm so happy we got here. The thing is, though, it's so wild how like Lego. I don't even know what to think of it. I think what they were going for is good. I just don't like the Netflix approach to it. Also, they region locked it, so you know that's
Yeah.
nice.
No, I was talking to Ninja Whip about this.
Okay.
And he brought up a pretty good point. We weren't talking about specifically the region blocking, but he brought up how the US doesn't have an Ninjago network at the minute.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they did the same for Seabound. It's just no one took any notice because we had already
Yeah.
gotten Seabound 6 months ago.
Like, the UK has CITV,
Yeah, it also is quite
Canada
clever, to
has
be fair.
Teletoon, some countries have 9 now, but the US has no network.
But France is unreal. It has like 3 different networks for Ninjago.
Yeah,
and
but
they all
but
suck.
that's France. they're like the villains.
Yeah.
They're just
There's-
actual.
they-
They're just like actual like Teletoon France are just actual like villains, like genuinely
Teletoon-
pure evil villains.
Teletoon as a whole is villains. They've screwed over the show 4 times. No, 5 times.
Yeah, I don't know why Lego keeps working with them.
Bro, I thought they
Like,
were gods when they were
When I made the
early.
video saying how Lego should just like stop working with Teletoon, a lot of people left comments saying they can't just stop sending the episodes to Teletoon. They have contracts with them, and I'm thinking, if Lego didn't specify in their contract that you can't leak the season, then this whole company is just doomed.
Yeah. Also, what kind of contract lasts for 8+ years? The
What
first time they
kind?
met up was
What kind of
2013.
contract doesn't say? Oh, by the way, don't leak the season we spent a year working on, please.
Don't release a promo for ungraded animation,
Yeah,
unfinished and ungraded animation.
like in the contract, they just say, yeah, you can release unfinished footage. No,
Yeah.
that was especially a disaster because like Wildbrain needed to prove themselves, and that's when a leak like that happened of all times.
Yeah, like the first thing we see of this new revamp for the show
Completely left
is
a bad
fucking
taste
the
in
ninja
everyone's mouth.
fighting in a hot tub
In
in
like low
unfinished
quality,
animation.
unfinished animation, genuinely like horrible management. But we're getting off topic.
Okay, back to see that. I see fucking
But
Vengestone,
yeah,
whatever the
but yeah,
fuck this season's called. I should
Benthama.
swear.
I wish we would have saw Malopia getting taken back.
I think that to be honest, I think instead of getting the virtues this year, even though I did like them, we should have gotten like a reimagined 2, but it's like shorts on
Like the
what
canon.
happened after Seabound.
Oh, that would
Like
have been nice.
like Merlopia stuff. Like I don't
I
think
mean,
Merlopia stuff belongs in this season.
I can't complain too much because we got comics of all this stuff happening. Like Kai and Jay having grief, like before this,
Yeah,
Benfo taking
very
Malopia,
true. That's
like
very
people like
true, but
recovering from Seabound. So I'm not too miffed about it because we got really good comics about
yeah,
it.
but like
But
only
I
Europeans
would
are
have
gonna see
liked it.
that.
Yeah, only Europeans can see it, and I would have liked to see it on screen. Like
Yeah, it's true.
I just want more excuses to see Malopia on screen. That location is beautiful.
I will say that as much as it sucks, that well, not necessarily it sucks, but it's just a little disappointing that we don't see like Merlopia or like Bentho or more grief.
Yeah, I would have liked
They
to
focus,
see I would have liked to see more of Benfo out of a single line from Cole.
yeah,
Outside of a single line.
but I'm happy that they're focusing on stuff that Crystalized definitely needs.
Yeah.
So that's good at least.
I
And,
really
I'm not-
like how Nia returned. I think the way Nia returned is genuinely like really brilliant.
I think it's great. I think the Nia episode is like, I think that might be my favorite of the season so far.
What, the one with Nia and Naiad?
The Nia and yeah, that one's my favorite. I think.
Yeah, I consider myself a pretty big lore freak when it comes to this show. So that was a pretty big shocker for me, seeing that Niad was still around. Because I was
Yeah.
convinced the story of Niad went. Niad merges with the sea, she goes into the sea, eventually fizzles out and essentially just goes to the departed realm. And
Yeah, that's what I
then
was thinking.
her element gets passed down, and just like any other element when the current holder
Yeah.
dies.
Gee.
But no, I guess merging with the sea is the only way to have two masters of an element at once.
Yeah, and I guess 3 if Nia had stayed.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's cool because like Nia is basically like she's fully gone because she's been in the ocean for like thousands of years. Like, and she's what Nia was basically going to become, hadn't Nia not like had a realization and stuff that this isn't her. I don't know. I just think it's lovely. And I like
think-
that even though they brought her back, there's still like major consequences for it, which
Yeah.
we'll probably see later as well.
I really hope they don't bring back her powers. I hope they stick with powerless Nia.
I fully agree. I think the consequences of that, and also the whole image of the ninja, and like what could potentially happen. Like Aspheera's got free because they were wanting to bring back Nia, and Aspheera is going to raid the monastery with Root in it as a result.
Oh god, what if someone dies because of that?
That's gonna fuck them up so bad. I shouldn't. Oh, am I supposed to swear?
I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
But
stop.
I can't be bothered to edit out those, so it's okay.
All right. Okay. I'll stop. But yeah, that's what I like about it the most. So yeah, I think I'm happy that we spent at least like a good 6 episodes on this stuff. They didn't go like.
What I feel like a lot of people don't take into consideration is people are like, oh, only 6 episodes in and normal Nia's back. We've still got like 24 episodes left. But a normal Wild Brain season, that's like almost half of the normal Wild Brain season. That's 2 episodes
Yeah.
off of being half a season.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's actually pretty great for Wild Brain.
Yeah. So I think that's plenty of time given how we've also got like the Crystal King to deal with, Harumi, all the villains, the ninja going to
Yeah.
jail, Zane's grief.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh.
stuff to cover, so I think 6 episodes is a pretty respectable length.
Isn't it funny how, like, out of the 5 ninja, who do you expect to be grieving about Nia? The one that gets, like, the most focus of, like, the 12 episodes in terms of the grief is the one that has the least connection to her. Zane. Also, yeah, I kind of like what they did with Zane, especially if like, he has his emotions back. But like, there's an episode, Return of the Ice Emperor.
Yeah, Return of the Ice Emperor is going to be grim. In case you viewers don't know, because this is pretty obscure nowadays.
Yeah.
Back in July, the voice actor for Ultraviolet accidentally leaked 2 episodes from the season, episodes 23 and 24, entitled Quitting Time and Return of the Ice Emperor. So yeah, Pixel's in grave danger over at the monastery. Zane's just re-enabled his emotions. The staff of Forbidden Spinjitzu is in play, and there's an episode called Return of the Ice Emperor. We are about to suffer.
Oh, definitely. Especially with like the whole Mr. F stuff and he's potentially Echo Zane. Like,
I wonder
that's
if
a good
they will
parallel.
do that.
Like, because, well, he's not in the lighthouse, and why else would they bring Mr. F back?
I mean, keep in mind, he's like a new model.
I know, yeah, but to be fair, my headcanon before the season came out was that he died on Borg Tower the same as Zane did, so he just put himself in the Digiverse, rebuilt himself.
Ooh, that is interesting. Is the Digiverse even still around, though?
I mean,
I swear that got, like, walled off and shut down.
Yeah, but he does mention it in Prime Empire, which doesn't confirm it's still alive.
No, but he says it's ill-fated.
I don't know what that means, so I
ill-fated means, like, bad-fated.
I didn't hear that.
It was like, my ill-fated Digiverse.
God damn it. Okay, well, he shut it off when he learned that Mr. F took it. Well, I don't know. Maybe, like...
he just kept it on in case Mr. F needed to come back.
Harumi got the leaked Season 8 scripts when she came back to life, and she's like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll just go to Echo Zane. Yeah, but, like, seriously, like, if he's not Mr. F, then, like, during that whole scene where we're at the lighthouse and when Nia goes there, Echo Zane's just chilling.
Echo Zane is just in the basement.
Yeah. You know, it's weird.
He comes in the morning. Where did Jay go and why is the floor wet?
Yeah.
He just, like, stood there. He's like, oh, I'm alone again.
Damn, and that's how he becomes Mr. F, because Jay left him.
Jay left him twice.
Damn.
Jay is like a really bad friend to Echo Zane, isn't he?
Yeah. That could, like, fuck him up as well. Not just saying, like, that this guy became a villain because he just forgot to go and get him back. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Alright, what do you... Okay, actually, do you know what? I'm sorry to all you Skybound fans out there, but this prison arc is actually good.
Yeah.
Compared to what happened in Skybound.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to make a separate video about this at some point, but the prison arc in this season is seriously great. It's like, it's a huge step up from Skybound's.
Yeah, because it actually, like, affects the characters like Lloyd, and it also shows more consequences for what they did with Nia, and...
Not only
like,
that, here's my favorite part. Here's my favorite part of the prison arc. It's not a one-sided story, right? Both the people imprisoning the ninja and the ninja are justified, and you'd be equally, like, valid to side with either of them on this.
That's actually true. I didn't think about that.
Like, the ninja are doing all this to free Nia, who gave so much to like save Ninjago, which is justified, but the ninja freed a known terrorist, gave her a weapon, and then set her free. So the police are very justified in what they did to the ninja.
Yeah, especially they put the, like, city in danger, to be fair.
Yeah, and also the way they stole the staff was so reckless. So
exactly,
both sides are totally justified in what they're doing, and that makes for a really, like, interesting story.
That's, like, a big thing this season, I feel, which is, like, consequences. Like, there's consequences for Nia coming back. The ninja face consequences. There's going to be consequences for releasing Aspheera with the monastery raid.
Yeah.
You know, like, if, like, we're only on episode 12, right? And that's the point where Tommy was like, oh, the season gets, like, really, like, grim. Because, like, the first part is...
Oh, wait, no, yeah. Fun. He said the first 2/3, at the end of the second third of the season, it's ouch. What is 2/3 of 30?
2/3 of 30 is 20. So that means, like, we're on 12, so it's like...
Okay, so episode 20 is going to cap us in the knees and, like, blow our brains out. Then.
Which makes sense, because 4 episodes later is Return of the Ice Emperor.
Oh, God, yeah. And it's just going to get worse and worse for them.
Oh,
God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have 30 episode seasons back. You have no idea how happy that makes me.
Same. I'm not saying this is essentially what I am in a way, but not as, like, I like season 11, but I like that it's not an even split. Because, like, I feel like they dragged the fire chapter and kind of
What, to just fit a 15 episode length?
yeah, to have it half and half. I'm happy
Yeah,
that
I can see
Crystalized is
that.
like 12 episodes and 18 episodes.
The thing
Also,
is, I feel like I feel like this is going to be a bit ironic from me, given how I did the whole Seabound season numbering crusade, but I feel like the fire chapter is actually 17 episodes. Does I consider
Yeah.
Kaiju and Absolute Worst to be fire chapter.
see, I don't because I feel like they're like the tone of them. Well, not the absolute worst, but like Kaiju, the tone of that is like similar to the Ice chapter tone
Yeah, but, like-
compared to the Fire chapter.
Also, A Cold Goodbye is pretty similar in tone.
Yeah, but A Cold Goodbye is Fire chapter. That's the 15th episode.
Yeah, it's still fire chapter.
Yeah, no, like that's where the cutoff point is. Afterwards.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but,
I, know,
but like,
I just feel
I'm
like the
happy
whole
it's 30
season would have
episodes.
benefited if Kaiju Protocol was episode 16.
No, I fully agree. I think because then you'd pair those two up in the airing. But anyways, yeah, Crystalized being 30 episodes is great. Imagine this
Really
is a
cool.
16 episode season.
Oh my god, that would be
Nia
a
would come back
disaster.
in episode. Nia would come back in
In
episode,
episode
two.
two.
Yeah, like as after she gains back her memory, she shows up in the monastery with fish tanks. Like, guys, I'm fine.
Guys, Nia did an ancient incantation on me and made me human. And then Tommy and Drayson came up to me and gave me a lollipop for being so brave.
Well, the fact that, like, if you think about it, right, episode 12, like, if we're in Seabound, this is when.
This is when
right before
Mojiro
Mojiro
gets
is
released.
Yeah. And like we're not
not even halfway through.
halfway done. Oh my god!
I
And
really-
like we've already seen.
I know
this
they're
big
going to
thing
release
of
them in
Harumi.
batches, but I really wish they'd do like either an episode a week or 2 episodes a week.
That would be perfect. I kind of hope someone does their magic and just tells Lego to just kill a bit.
Like
I
imagine if we
understand.
just got 2 episodes a week and that led us into like what, September. Would be so powerful. One of my
I do
favorite
think
parts
that-
of season 11 is that the airing like period was so long, but also pretty
Right.
consistent. Minus the
airing schedule
minus the
was
month-long
awful.
gap between
Well,
episodes
like-
24 and 25. That was hellish.
I still think like I people that are saying like season 11 has like the worst schedule are out of their minds because Master of the Mountain.
Master of the
has, like,
Mountain,
the
first 8
worst one.
episodes came out, then the finale came out, and then Nickelodeon like awkwardly diarrheaed the rest of the season out. Like because of that airing schedule,
Dan Schneider
I had-
screws the season.
I did not consider like episode 9 through Masters Never Quit to be like actual Ninjago content for like 3 months. Like I had just not registered it in my head at all. Like it was just a complete
Yeah.
blur to me.
Yeah.
Like when
I
it came
think-
to those episodes, they're like I can remember like most of Ninjago really well, but those episodes were just like, what happened in those? I don't know.
See, if I usually I probably would be the same, but like that was the cold season. I was making sure I paid attention to.
That's fair
everything.
enough. But like
But,
I just
yeah.
watched those 4 episodes and then didn't go back to them for months.
Yeah, I get that. But man, if Crystalized has done so Lego have done stuff so right with Crystalized, minus the whole
Yeah.
release the batch and region locked. Like the advertise, like they put when the trailer came out, they put it on Twitter as well. Like they advertise it on Twitter.
Yeah, they advertised it on Instagram too. No,
Oh.
Crystalized. Now, take this from Lego's biggest hater, right? Lego have redeemed themselves, straight up. They have actually redeemed themselves.
Yeah, they definitely have. I still think
Like,
the batch is.
I
weird,
have
but other than
I
that,
have
you know.
absolutely zero complaints with Lego now. All they need to do now is make an Instagram post about the Crystalized sets, and then we're good. Like,
You know what, actually?
Ninjago has
I-
been marketed so well that I've been seeing people who aren't into Ninjago at all tuning into Crystalized and enjoying it.
Yeah, like the
Like, say, one of my
Crystalized-
IRL friends the other day messaged me and he was like, new season's good.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's good. But it's reaching like even the big animation like kind of
Yeah.
tweet.
Well,
news thing.
I mean, the new posters always reach Cartoon Crave. Like, I remember
Yeah, I know,
Seabounds
but-
reached it, and
I-
do you remember the Simpsons discourse?
That's still
How
the
can
funniest
how can you
part
run a
of the fandom.
Simpsons account and then criticize Ninjago for being milked?
Where
How can
everyone
you do
clowned
that
them.
with a straight face?
Everyone clowned them so hard. Like it wasn't a thing where it was heated. It was just, they were laughing at them so much.
But why was it a
God.
Simpsons account of all the pages to say Ninjago's been on
Yeah,
for
if
too
it
long?
was like
Like
if it was
Simpsons
like
has like 32 seasons and like 8 of them are good.
Yeah, if it was like I don't know, like a show that had like what 2 seasons.
If it was like an Owl House account or like a BoJack Horseman account or something, I would get that.
Yeah,
But like The
bro,
Simpsons?
yeah, bro, why this season got so many seasons? On my way to watch season 34
me,
of The
on
Simpsons on Disney
my,
Plus.
me on my way to one. Oh man. Oh yeah, what were we oh yeah,
So, yeah,
no,
the
Crystalized has been
marketing.
marketed really well.
Super well. And I'm also
Like,
going to forgive
Lego
them
have
for the
seriously
bad
knocked out the
episodes
park
because
this
the
time.
French are about to screw us over with those episodes.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Thank you.
So,
You saved us
to be
the
fair,
Harumi
so were the
review.
Koreans. The Korea, I think everyone forgets the Korea was supposed to air it on May 31st.
To be fair, it didn't seem like a very fast thing they were doing. It just felt like, all right, they're going to air this episode and then they'll air the next episode sometime. But with in France, it was airing on like 3 stations at least, I swear.
We are going to air half the season, and there's nothing you can do to stop us.
The Crystal King came to like the French president, just like invites them to the council to air the episodes way too early. Also, right, for LegoCon, which is where they were basically supposed to reveal the second half poster, are they just gonna release a batch of 18 episodes? Like,
I hope they don't release all 18. I really hope they don't.
I hope to God they don't. But
I
I'm
hope
actually
they
worried
release,
will.
like, if they do, I hope they release up to episode 20 and then chill again.
Like, don't you think it's not a weird? It's not a coincidence that the day the official trailer came out was when the 12 episodes came out.
Honestly, I think it might have been.
That's a wild coincidence.
No,
I remember
I really feel like those episodes were put out when they were, like, just because of the leaks.
I think there's some truth to that, but I also think it's the trailer.
But also,
I think,
on the other hand, though, you could totally view it as the French knew that the US Lego channel would put out those 12 episodes, so they started promoting them. It's weird. I asked Ninja Whip about it, who is like a Lego ambassador, and he isn't sure either. So I don't think anyone really knows but Lego.
I think there was some sort of plan of Lego releasing the episodes because, like, Tommy said, he didn't know they would be released in this way. But I think, but then
again, that implies it could have been short notice.
That's true, but the music account also said the soundtrack would be released when the official season was released. Like,
2 days later, the official season releases.
Yeah, I know, but it's like...
Where is it, guys? Where is the soundtrack?
But that makes me think, like, was there an actual date for Lego, and then they just kind of took it to heart?
I have no idea.
Right, a whole season. It's funny, because I was like, oh, I don't want to go to Netflix, because then they'll put all the episodes out at once. Let's do Lego. And Lego does the same.
And Lego does it. No, the thing with Netflix is I could tolerate that. It's just that
they're gone to crap now.
they're locking HD behind a premium tier.
Yeah,
What?
Netflix is gone.
Like, it's 2022, and you're expecting the standard to be 480p. Are you out of your minds?
Yeah, like 720 is like pushing it. Like,
yeah, 1080p is the standard.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, do you want to discuss the reveal?
Yeah, that reveal is amazing.
Oh, it's absolutely like I lost my mind. Despite any like opinions on Harumi, that is an amazing scene.
I have my concerns about it, but oh my god, that is such a reveal. That is such a good
perfect.
reveal.
Everything about it is like absolutely.
See, this
perfect.
is the advantage of Ninjago being milked, right? It's that they have infinite seasons. So, for Ninjago, they can spend 7 seasons explaining to us in depth why Lloyd is so uncomfortable with Harumi, and show us in detail how worried he is about her, and then have her come back, and it's like genuinely like horrifying because of that build-up. And like you couldn't do that with like just 3 seasons.
Yeah, like you couldn't do that in like Skybound, and more just reveals his mask. He's like, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah.
But
the fact that they had that much time to build it up is why that scene is so good.
Yeah, because like every Wild Brain season installment, except for
Seabound,
has touched on the. Well, I guess the island, but the island shows.
No, the island did touch on it.
Yeah, it did, but not like specifically Harumi.
Not
but
like
it did touch
specifically.
It touched on Lloyd's growth, I guess. But
yeah.
How those installments touched on the whole Lloyd and Harumi thing, and like he was slowly healing over time.
Yeah, and then right when he was in like a spot where he's healed, bam, she's back, and now all of his worst enemies are standing behind her, grinning at him, and are probably about to torture him.
Yeah, like
That's
you see that clip
insane.
in the trailer
That
of
is
him
so.
like tearing up.
That is
Like,
so uncomfortable. That genuinely makes me feel uneasy.
yeah, that is like, especially because he's tearing up in that one part of the trailer that we
Yeah.
haven't
Oh
gotten
man.
yet.
That shot was what made. That shot was what made me think it was Harumi. Like, Harumi is the
Yeah,
only person who has ever made Lloyd cry.
yeah, and it's like, God, oh, like again, the whole thing with Harumi, I don't, that is worrying, but at the same time, like what they're
At the
about to
same
do is
time,
going to
like,
be
holy
insane.
crap. These next, these next 18 episodes are going to be cracked.
Yeah, like Lloyd. Oh fucking man. Actually, do you know what? Actually, I noticed this a few days ago, but I never said it to anyone. I think on the official Crystalized poster, though, on all of the Ninjago Endgame poster, I thought Lloyd had a tear in his eye, but I never brought it up because there's like a little water
I
thing
think I
next to his
saw the
eye.
same thing too. I'm pretty sure that was like a smidge. I think they were going for like a kind of watercolor aesthetic with it.
Yeah, I think they were as
Because
well.
I'm pretty sure I
But
saw smidges on other characters.
yeah, okay.
I do know what you're
Missed that.
talking about though. I remember seeing that get brought up by, I think it was Alina.
Oh right, okay, right. So I'm not going crazy. Okay, but man, this season is gonna absolutely torture Lloyd.
Yeah.
And like everyone else potentially, because we still have stuff with Nia, Return of the Ice Emperor. Cole still like is getting a big role, which he has not gotten yet. I don't
Yeah.
think. And I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. To be honest, I think Jay's gotten like the short end of the stick this season. Like apart from the first few episodes, and then like his beef with Fugitive, I don't know what they're gonna do with him in the second half.
I really hope they have some good J content planned in the second half.
Yeah, I kind of want this season to focus on him being independent from Nia, which I guess it is doing because
Yeah.
he's away from Nia the whole time. But I want it to go like a bit
Even
further.
further.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
like what if the season kind of calls out Jay and Nia? Like they were so focused on each other that they didn't bother to go back to Echo Zane, and that bites them in the ass later.
Yeah, oh, that would be cool. That would be really sick.
Yeah,
I would love to see Mr. E versus not Echo Z, versus the Ice Emperor. How would
that'd
that
be
fight
good.
go? That is
That,
that is literally like an unstoppable force versus an
that is
invincible
two
object.
evil Zanes going against each other.
That is two evil Zanes who literally cannot lose in a fight. Like, neither of these guys have ever lost in a fight on screen. How is that gonna go?
Yeah, that'd be insane. Especially if like he has the Mask of No, yeah, the Mask of Vengeance, because that's still a thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
God.
No, what I love about the Council of the Crystal King, they reintroduced Mr. E so well.
Yeah, I love
Like,
how he's just there.
like I love how he's just there, and as soon as action comes out, he just pulls out a gun, shoots Lloyd, and puts a stop to him
Yeah.
instantly. Like
My
when,
favorite thing-
like when he disabled Lloyd in seconds, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Mr. E never loses, does he?
Yeah, he's
Because like I just remembered, like, oh yeah, Mr. E is like the most unstoppable force in the entire show.
literally, oh my god. My favorite Mr. E or F moment that we've gotten so
Mr.
far is
F.
that.
I can't get over Mr. F. I think that's
No,
so funny.
I love calling him that. It's so funny. My favorite part of this season is when Harumi comes out and says there's an imposter among them, and it's the only time in the entire series where Mr. E shows emotion. He couldn't believe that there was an imposter among us. He was shocked.
That's literally like that scene is genuinely the only time he's ever shown any emotion, and I think
Yeah,
that's
he,
so
he
good.
he couldn't believe what just happened.
Like
There was
Mr.
an
E
imposter.
was completely stone angry faced throughout, like all of his fights with the ninja, Garmadon's coup on the city. Even he even didn't show emotions while dying.
Yeah.
Like even while he was getting torn limb from limb,
Yeah.
he didn't show emotion.
Yeah, but then there's an
Yet
imposter.
during his sus imposter scene, he is shocked and angry as hell, and it is brilliant.
That whole scene is just gold. Aspheera looks at Lloyd for 5 seconds, then like
And it's
starts
just
pointing the finger
accuses
at Vangelis.
Vangelis.
Oh no.
I thought about that a bit more, and I'm wondering if Aspheera knew that was Lloyd.
Yeah, because like Lloyd did.
I think
thought you should-
Aspheera might be coming in clutch for Lloyd here.
Yeah, like either way, I think it's funny how she stares at him and then it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Vangelis. And then Vangelis just points to the guy that can't talk.
But yeah, I think, well, Aspheera obviously still hates Wu and the rest of the ninja, right?
Yeah,
They
but
still
Lloyd
have
did
beef.
save her.
But
you
Lloyd-
know?
but
I think
Lloyd-
that's gonna come in
But
handy
Lloyd
later.
is like the first person in like 1,000 years who has kept his word to her, right?
Yeah, I feel like that'll show up. Like Aspheera was, that connection will come up, and when like, let's say something happens to Wu, and like Aspheera finally gets what she wants, and she realizes her whole life she's wanted this, and then now she's
It's
empty.
like, oh, what now?
She's like, oh crap, I can't. Back to origami.
Origami. Dude, Aspheera is the MVP of this season, ironically.
I love how they've made like the revenge thing. Basically, they've dialed it to 100, which is
Like
usually
they saw
a bad thing.
they
but
saw
here
the
it's good.
complaints about people saying, "Oh, all Aspheera does is just scream revenge," and then they were like, "Let's just do more of that." Like now we're at the point where Aspheera will just interrupt her own sentences by just screaming revenge.
My favorite part of the trailer that I wish they did this in the season was when the Crystal King is going through the speech, but as soon as
And then
the
Aspheera's
Dareth
just like,
problem-
"Revenge!"
Yeah, but he doesn't. Harumi doesn't finish her sentence when she gets to revenge.
Yeah, it
her
just
spirit
cuts off.
Shouts it. Yeah.
Revenge! Yeah, I wish they kept that in.
Yeah, that was so good. Man, Aspheera, like the fact that we were halfway through a season in like 2022 and people are agreeing Aspheera is the best part of it.
See, this is what I find funny. In 2020, I would frequently say on Daily Real Discord server how if Aspheera were to come back, she would become a fan favorite. And everyone was just like, yeah, okay, Crusty, let's get you to bed. And now she's come back and she's a fan favorite.
She's just so like, yeah, but like she's one of the only villains I actually wanted back, her and Pythor.
Yeah, I wanted Aspheera back so badly, and I am not disappointed. I loved her during the Fire chapter, and I love her even more during this season. Like, I liked her in the Fire chapter, but I love her in this season.
Because like they just dialed their revenge fully up, which is the best thing they could do for her.
What I love is she's just a goofy and hammy villain.
Yeah, like Nia's in danger, but like, you know, pancake competition.
Dude actually calls him a woozer.
Yeah, Woozer. God, oh my god. And then we're gonna get that epic fight with her and Woo with the spiders.
Oh my god. That scene from the trailer where Woo's fighting her and the spiders is definitely the scene from the script, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think surely the other villains are gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like Aspheera didn't just go away, just like, I gotta take care of something real quick. Because that they're getting the golden weapon, surely, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Aspheera
they are,
probably
because
saw
in
the golden
trailer-
weapons and was like, get
Yeah.
them. Yeah, no, because I
have
assume
them
they
in the
go
trailer.
get them and then they go back to the Oni temple and then like
Yeah, they do the
crystallize them.
they do the Temple of Light thing, but with the villains, where they have the weapons. And they
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
No, that's literally how it's set up. Like, there's a section for each villain. The
Yeah.
same goes
Oh
in
my
the center,
god.
and they all get powered up with the weapons.
Man,
Like,
this show is good. I didn't pick up on that until just now, but holy crap.
everything's a parallel to the Temple of Light. Like, you know, the Oni Temple in Season 8, how it shows 6 generals with a crystal, and how the island rises into the air, and that's what happens in Crystalized.
Yeah. No, I interpreted those guys as Vengestone warriors in my video.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, the fact that 6, I don't know.
Because,
I think
like,
it's a
Harumi isn't a
coincidence.
general, technically.
I know, yeah, but, yeah, true.
Like Harumi doesn't have, like, the armor, and in the set, she's just Harumi.
Yeah.
She's not General Harumi.
Yeah. Oh, that's still so good, though. That scene, like, oh, this season's gonna be...
I genuinely can't get that scene out of my head. I've rewatched it at least, like, 30 times.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love the whole council thing. I don't know, like, those scenes of, like, just the villains being recruited. Even the, you know, like, I don't know, I think it's so good.
Scenes of
Like-
the old villains just talking are so awesome. I hope we get loads
Yeah.
more of them.
We need more of those interactions. Like, the one we got at the end of episode 12 is just, I mean, like, Aspheera screaming revenge, and then Pythor just going like,
Revenge, revenge, revenge.
God, we need more
I
of those.
love
things.
Aspheera. Dude, imagine
I'm
if that
just
one
saying-
Tanner Fishies video actually ends up becoming true and they like fall in love.
Shit.
I think
God.
everyone was mocking that, but I wouldn't say it on Twitter. But I secretly think that Pythor and Aspheera being an unironic ship would be so awesome.
I think it would be well as well. They're definitely going to do more with them, I feel. Also, we basically know Overlord is the Crystal
Yeah.
King.
Oh, definitely.
I think
I
the
think
thing
I think the
want
only thing that made Promo Bricks think that the Crystal King is the Overlord is his face print.
yeah, which it's
Like
pretty
that
much
is
true, but
like that is an Overlord face.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, right? This wouldn't be something people think much of, but like imagine the Overlord and Mechanic interacting.
Oh my god! Oh, that would be so sick, dude. I think it's so awesome how the Mechanic went from being a 4th tier villain at most to being on the council that has Aspheera, Pythor, and the Skull Sorcerer.
Literally, I
Like,
love
the
how
fact that
happy and
the
goofy is about it.
Yeah, that too. No, I love how the mechanic is just a happy and goofy guy. Like, he's one of those people who just love to be bad.
Yeah,
Like,
like
dude, one of my
he
favorite
doesn't-
lines from Cole is when they're fighting the mechanic, and he's like, "Why does this one guy keep giving us so much trouble?"
no, literally, it's yeah. Cole's the one that called him like fifth tier as well.
Fourth tier, maybe fifth tier. Yes, that was the line.
Yeah, God, that's so
And
good.
then in like season 15, he's now like, "Oh yeah, no, the mechanic really leveled up."
Yeah, I love how like he doesn't really.
I think that's
like,
unironically one of the best parts of the Wildbrain era, how they kept focusing on the mechanic.
Yeah, like the absolute worst is becoming like the most important episode of the series now.
Yeah, like the absolute worst really made me appreciate how awesome the mechanic is.
and then
then-
season 12 is just
And
like
and then I was like, oh my god, they're making a short about him, and it's really good. Like, you will see me criticizing Prime Empire a lot. Upgrade is one of the best shorts Ninjago's ever done.
definitely
That
yeah.
short goes so hard. And I'm like, oh, he got an awesome short as well, but like, I doubt we'll see that. And then he's the main villain of the season.
God, and like him, he's just so good there.
Like,
in
that,
Prodigal
like
Father.
genuinely, the mechanic is way more of a villain than Unagami.
Yeah, the mechanic is around a lot of the time as well.
Like,
He's just
not even capping. It's like, especially now, because like that seems to be how the writers view it as well, given how Unagami didn't get an invite.
yeah, yeah, exactly. They turned him into a sappy child.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so
And then they bring him back again, give him a darkness themed makeover, and have him fight alongside mainstay Ninjago villains like Pythor and the Overlord.
that's so wild. Imagine
That's so
imagine-
cool. Like, imagine
like-
going back to 2016 and telling like some kid watching Skybound, you see that guy in the prison? He's gonna be on the same tier as Pythor, and they're both gonna work for the Overlord in like 7 years.
I was literally about to say that. Like, it's so wild. How
The
that
mechanic,
happened.
unironically, the mechanic is one of the best villains in the entire show. Just
No,
on
honestly.
just on the basis that he's genuinely had to work like tooth and nail to get where he is.
Yeah, like compare him in like season 6
Like,
to
most-
like where he is now. He's
most villains
absolutely
just
one
pop
up the
up
ninja.
out. Most villains just pop up out of nowhere and are automatically like at an advantage.
Yeah,
The mechanic literally started off as a pirate grunt in season 2
Yeah, let's take Kalmar,
and was
for
then a
example.
low tier villain, and then slowly worked his way up the criminal ladder, doing jobs for people like Chen, and now he's like one of Ninjago's most prolific villains.
Yeah, literally. Like, he's gonna be with like where the corrupted weapons of Spinjitzu are. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
he's
using
literally gonna
those.
get to wield golden weapons. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Like, he genuinely
and-
had to work to get where he is, and I really appreciate that about him.
My favorite part is when, like, this is one of the only times I like verbally reacted while watching Crystalized when Mechanic calls Zane.
Oh yeah, no, he keeps. They remembered Zane the Pain.
God, that line is way too good.
I'm so glad they stuck with that. That's so awesome.
Yeah. God.
I love how when he
Character tenders.
introduces Zane the Pain, he's like, "That's my new nickname for you, by the way."
Yeah. God, it's so
And then
good.
they
I don't
bring it
understand how you
back.
can hate him. Yeah.
I don't understand how anyone can dislike the mechanic. People in the comments, please tell if you don't like the mechanic. Please tell me in the comments why. I do not understand how anyone can't absolutely love this character.
This guy is a guy with a cyberbotic bowler hat with a noodle truck with robotic arms.
that was why I liked the character so much originally. He's like some pudgy old guy in a red ripped up trench coat with a bowler hat with a cyborg guy attached to it, and like a robot arm who is originally a pirate who drives around in a souped up noodle truck and steals things.
And he's
Like,
on the
come
same team
on!
as the Dark Lord.
That is like the best premise for a villain ever. That is like that is like the embodiment of goofy Ninjago villains. You can't get more Ninjago than that.
Isn't it funny how they kind of set that up? Like, well, not set up, but like at the beginning of season 2, we see like if we're doing the mechanic is one of the original pirates.
Oh yeah, no,
then
they were
like,
going to find the
going
Dark Island, weren't they?
for the Overlord, and now he's working
And now
for
this
the
guy,
Overlord.
what one of my favorite parts of the mechanic is in this leveling up, he literally surpassed his captain.
Yeah, like
So
Soto
awesome.
is in the knitting club now, and
So too is
mechanic
in the
working
knitting
with
club, while
Overlord.
the mechanic works with the embodiment of darkness.
God, that's so good. Imagine his reactions. Him interacting with the Overlord and Aspheera interacting with the Overlord would be great. I kind of want the Overlord to be low-key kind of concerned about Aspheera. God, it's gonna be
What,
so
just
good.
like
I think the villain,
just like when Aspheera comes, like the Overlord and Pythor just like look at each other for a few seconds and like to say,
Yeah.
"Oh God."
yeah.
What I really love about the villain team up is how like this. I don't think it's gonna last. I really don't. Like I feel like just because these guys are all like assholes, it's gonna fall apart really quickly.
Yeah, I
Because
think
it's just
Pythor
like a
and
giant
Overlord will
clash of like a bunch of egomaniacs.
Yeah, I fully think Aspheera and Pythor are switching sides by the end. Like
Probably.
Pythor just because he's Pythor, and Aspheera because they're kind of setting it up.
Aspheera, I feel is definitely not going to be 100% bad. I feel like Pythor might stick on the bad guy's side, just on the basis that him and the Overlord are bros. He took a shrinking pill. He took a
he jumps
shrinking
in front
pill
of the
for him.
Crystal King with a Vengestone shrinking pill.
Vengestone pill. Yeah, Pythor
literally.
took a shrinking pill for the Overlord. I don't think he's going to be abandoning him.
Honestly, yeah, that's so
I
wild.
like
can't
the
believe he's so
Titanium
loyal.
Ninja, but I'll never forgive it for introducing shrinking pills into Ninjago's canon.
I don't know. Let's get the Vengestone pill for Pythor, and let's get a Vengestone building to crush Harumi.
Sounds good.
Perfect. But yeah, the villain interactions are going to be one of the best parts of this season. Like, if we get more of what we got at the end of episode 12, that would be
We
absolutely
are in for a
gold.
treat.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
my prediction for Nier actually came pretty close now I think about it.
really, mine
My
came very
prediction
far
for
off.
Nier. What was your prediction?
Well, after Seapound, I said she wasn't coming back.
Oh yeah, I said
Well,
that too.
Okay, well, wait. So from what point? Because I said she would become Samurai X, but she would be in her water form, but she'd be more free to do what she wants.
Yeah.
That didn't
My
work.
prediction, and you can trace this back to like I think May last year, maybe June, like anywhere from May to September, and I said that Vengestone is gonna tie into bringing Nier back somehow because it will suppress her elemental powers.
And
it was
got
kind
the basic of
it was
you
kind
got
of
the
close.
basic of it. No,
It-
you
yeah,
got
it
the
was
basic
kind of
of it.
close. It was
You
pretty
just
far
got the
off.
thing wrong.
It was pretty far off, but I came somewhat close in the fact that it's going to require dampening her powers.
Okay, but Crusty, imagine like you're there thinking that, and now imagine someone went back in time to you at that moment and say, okay, but
All right.
replace get rid of Vengestone, but it's actually going to be Aspheera.
All right, listen up. Aspheera's going to take Nier. Remember how everyone thought? Remember, I think you were there for one of those conversations. I remember I said that, and they were like, "Wouldn't that just kill Nier?"
I
no.
genuinely thought it would though, because if like, well, maybe it would. Maybe like
Yes, it would
at the
just turn
difference
Nier
between
human.
Vengestone. No, but maybe the difference between maybe Vengestone would have literally just decimated her, but Aspheera would like just take away the powers and just leave her.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
What does make me mad though is we won't get like we won't get to see any more of Nier's waterfall, which does kind of disappoint me.
Yeah, that
It was
Yeah.
such a cool visual spectacle.
I hope like we get it one day. Like if it's like in a short or something. I don't know. Like
I would
wouldn't
have
say comic,
loved
but
to
it
see
doesn't
like
go
in like
insane.
some big battle, like Nier's water form just come and just ravage the bad guys.
Yeah. I
Like
kind of wish it stuck around for a little
obviously
bit.
I'll take good writing over cool visuals. Look at like my take on season 11's ending for an example of that, but I would have liked to see that.
You're about to be shot in the comments for saying that. Bro, this season's gonna be.
I'm really
Basically, I'm not too worried at the moment. Like, what
Yeah.
they do with Harumi, like, okay, she had a perfect ending, and I think the best part of Lloyd's thing is that he won't get closure. This is kind of worrying, but like, I still have my hopes that either they're gonna do it well, similar to Garmadon, or you know, with the whole AI Harumi.
I have a
thing,
few
which I
takes.
still kind of hope.
One, I don't know if this is actually Harumi because while they
That's
get
what I'm
while they
thinking.
while they get the Lloyd being the torturing Lloyd bit down pretty well, Harumi does mention destroying Ninjago, right, in the prison scene. And given
Yeah,
how
I-
her whole motivation is built off of the idea of protecting Ninjago, regardless of how much that didn't pan out in the end for obvious reasons.
I feel.
I don't know.
the
I don't know
old-
if she'd outwardly want to destroy Ninjago. Like Harumi strikes me as the more of the type of person who would like lie to herself, thinking she's protecting Ninjago, and then just destroy
Yeah.
it anyway. Like what happened in season 9.
I know that her motive was to have Lloyd watch the whole thing fall apart.
Her motive was to have Lloyd lose everything, but
Yeah,
everything in Harumi's eyes is the thing keeping Ninjago from being safe.
Yeah,
So
but that's like
that's not
kind of an
exactly much of a
interesting thing.
contradiction.
How like Harumi's main thing was that, well, not main thing, but at some point she was like, all Ninjago. The amount of times Ninjago falls apart because of the ninja, and now we're in a situation where she's back, and the ninja have caused damage to like the whole
Yeah.
city. Well, not the whole city, but you know.
Oh,
But I
I
think
wonder if
it's
Harumi this time is just going to be deeply nuts. Like, completely forgotten about everything other than just torturing Lloyd.
that would be interesting because you can't really like get in. You can't like kind of.
Like, we
You
don't
can't
get
really
any
reason with
insights
her.
into her character outside of just, like, insane. Like, she was insane before, but, like, insane, like, even more nuts than Garmadon, like, delusions of, like, grandeur and stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting if it's
Like,
if
what
it's
if the
Harumi.
only thing the Overlord brought back is specifically her hatred of Lloyd?
Yeah, or like he got like yeah, that could be the case. But I'd like it's like Harumi, but the Harumi is just like kind of lost in her mind. Like she's absolutely just lost it
Yeah.
now.
She's just absolutely went deeply,
Yeah.
like
Do you
Kai
just
said, the
real-
cheese just fell off her
Yeah.
cracker.
Do you know what I just realized? This won't happen at all, but like now that she's back, can you like imagine like an interaction between Harumi and Akita?
Oh my god.
Like what would happen there? I don't
That's
even
something
know.
I really wouldn't want to see, but I also really would.
Yeah. I wonder if like we're ever because like if this is like a conclusion for the past few seasons and like the Neverrealm or anything, I understand why it's not been brought up or
Yeah.
anything.
They are
But
definitely going to show up.
yeah, I feel like they. Well, if it's, I know, like you know, Endgame and stuff, but it's an Endgame poster. I think a lot of people are still expecting that Ninjago portal scene.
Yeah,
at
it
the
probably
end.
will happen.
Is if
But,
they do
like-
it right, I think they'll be very epic.
I mean,
Especially if it's built up.
Aspheera has her Neverrealm Blaster 9000. Someone's definitely
Yeah.
going. Someone's definitely either coming to Ninjago or going to the Neverrealm.
Yeah, in Return of the Ice Emperor, Zane gets shot back. He's like, "Oh, for God's
Oh,
sake!
this again,
Oh, God damn it! See you in 60 years."
dude. If we see Crag again, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna
Oh my
scream
God.
so much.
Crag is so good.
I'm
I
gonna
hope-
be so
oh,
happy
man.
if Crag comes back. I love Crag.
The rest of the season is just gonna blow my freaking mind.
I would be so happy if like Crag comes in the final battle and just goes like "Ugh!"
Oh,
I would
my
be
God.
cheering.
Yeah,
I would
like,
genuinely cheer.
like if we get screw it, like the Explorers Club, the Neverrun villagers, the NPCs, the Upley, the Shintaro guards, the Merlopians.
Because
the
they
Islanders.
did build to like a big battle, didn't they, in season
Yeah,
13?
and like the Islanders, the Merlopians,
I think
like-
I think Cole is gonna call the Shintarans pretty soon.
Oh, absolutely. He was
Yeah, but-
literally going to NC bound.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or he
I
came
thi-
from
I
Shintaro.
think
Why didn't he just bring them?
that's a good point. That's a pretty good point. I never.
Yeah.
Maybe he just. Okay. I think Cole just genuinely didn't know.
Yeah, I think he
I
just kinda came back and
imagine
was just-
imagine Cole just driving back on his bike, like whistling to some like soft rock, and he just sees the
Yeah.
Ninjago getting absolutely ravaged. He's like, "Oh crap!
Yeah.
What the
To be
hell?
honest,
I've been
I kind of
gone.
hope that-
I've been gone for 2 days.
Yeah.
What the hell did you guys do?"
Literally. Oh god. Do you know what? That's probably what happened. I'm
That
gonna
is
go with
probably
that.
what happened. Nothing can like happen which would be funnier than that.
Honestly, yeah. I wonder what like. Oh god, yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting Garmadon's in this season in somehow. And
What
how,
if
like,
what if that figure actually is just non-canon?
like, should I please?
I love
At this
it.
point,
I love how you blanked.
Yeah, I just go. Oh no! But bro, he and Wu have matching outfits. Like
You know what I feel
Imagine,
like?
like-
You know what I feel like's gonna happen.
what?
You remember how Harumi surprise revealed that she had Masako captured?
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna surprise reveal that she had Garmadon captured,
Imagine how on earth.
and then like the Overlord is gonna like turn them into Onis or something.
Imagine if like okay, imagine
Like
okay,
maybe
this,
that's what caused Lloyd to cry in the trailer.
this is huge like nin boomer fan service type thing. But what if like the all the villains they have all the golden weapons and then Garmadon walks in and he's like, I believe those are for display only. Just breaks the hell out of them.
Well, they clearly
Yeah.
aren't for display only. Who's hiding them under the floor?
Literally, they literally became display.
By the way, I really like how they finally referenced on screen that the golden weapons don't have the power anymore.
Yeah, there's so many people that are genuinely
Like there were so many
powerless.
people. There were so many people who were like, who still didn't know why Kai didn't explode when he picked up the golden armor.
Yeah, like
And like that's not the fault of like, that's not the fault of people. That's just the fault of the show for not being clear about that.
Definitely,
But I'm glad they finally clarified after like God knows how long.
yeah, like we did get the weapons depleting, but they never outright said, "Oh yeah, they're powerless now."
Yeah, I mean they did go dark for a second, but like that's not like you can glean that, but it's like a 2-second shot. We could have.
I'm so happy they fixed this. By the way, this is very tiny, but they flipped around the nunchucks, which honestly bothered me so much in season 10. So I'm happy they're back where they should be.
What do you mean?
Like the nunchucks, the way you hold them, they were backwards in season 10.
That's very weird.
Where the nunchuck would come out was on the back of it. But they
You know what I
fixed it
think's
now.
kind of sad?
What?
One of the villains is not gonna get a weapon.
I really hope it's like. I hope
really
it's like.
I really hope
Vangelis. They just keep bodying him so badly.
I really hope it's not Mechanic who misses out on a weapon. I'd be really pissed if it was.
Me and Nora were talking about this, and we were like, if there was like one villain that died because they tried to hold all 4 weapons, it would 100% be the Mechanic.
Imagine if his role in the season ends, Crystal King shows him the powered up weapons, and it's just like, oh, I'll be taking those. He just swipes one of them and dies.
Literally, I think that'd be gold.
That would be totally in his character to do.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Like, I'll be taking those. He just stretches out his arm and takes them all and just dies.
God, and then everyone just kind of stares blankly, goes silent, like.
And Harumi's like, I guess that solves the problem of having 5 villains with 4 weapons.
But like, who wouldn't get one? I guess Pythor wouldn't.
No, I think Vangelis won't. Have you seen that one Robot Chicken short? You know, the one with like the Jedi Council, like the white long necked guy
one you
who
sent
just keeps
earlier.
getting bullied. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that being Vangelis. Like he gets the short end of the stick all the time.
No, yeah, literally. Aspheera,
That would be so funny.
Aspheera accuses him. Mr. F stares at him weirdly. Harumi threatens him. Like he's
If they just bully Vangelis, I will be all for that.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But I think he does get the scythe as shown in the set. And if we're going off of the sets, Mechanic is not getting one. Mechanic or Pythor is not getting one.
I swear,
hope it's Pythor. Aspheera has the sword.
Yeah.
Vangelis has the scythe. Mr. F has the shurikens. So Pythor or Mechanic comes with the nunchucks.
But then again, they could change that in the show. We know.
Yeah, but so far it's lined up because Aspheera is.
What if 2 villains get a shuriken each?
No. Pythor and like the Mechanic hold a part of the nunchucks.
No, but I could see them just crystallizing like 2 shurikens, turning them into like a dagger, and giving them to 1 each.
Mr. F and and the Mechanic just get a shuriken each, go crazy on Zane.
Yeah, go absolutely nuts.
I love that. Like this is literally the Temple of Light, but with the villain. Like
these scenes are pretty cheesy, but I really love the scenes in Crystalized when like a ninja will be to a villain like, "Do you remember me?"
Yeah, like when Kai's
like how Kai was like that with the spear, and she's like, "No."
Yeah, I feel no.
And then I'm pretty sure who was it? I can't remember who, but I know they did it for someone else. I want to say it was like
Mechanic and Zane.
What did Zane say? Did Zane say, "Remember me"?
No, I think Zane said something like that, and then Mechanic's like, "Zane the pain."
Of course, I remember you saying the pain.
Yeah, God.
Sorry, that sounds about right. Let us know in the comments if we're right or not.
Yeah. Oh, and then I think Cole. Well, they didn't. It was like Vangelis and Cole, because like when the ninja seems shocked that they hear Vangelis is broken out, Cole looks visibly angry.
The Skull Sorcerer, isn't he? Isn't that what he says?
Yeah, but he looks angry. Like the others are kind of concerned and shocked, but he's angry.
And Cole's just pissed.
He's like, "Oh my God, I have to. My own focus is like he just got
deal with this guy again."
God. At least I love how like without his skull hype man, Vangelis is just getting bodied by the other.
He's just useless.
Yeah, I love that. He looks so like fake, you know. He only has his mask and like the normal Shintaro wings.
Yeah, he'll be all right once he gets stripped out with that Vengestone.
Once he gets stripped out with them legs. God, I can't. That's gonna be so cursed.
No, to be honest, I think the Skull Sorcerer is better with legs. To be honest.
I guess, yeah.
Like I was playing with my Lego as you would the other day, right?
Yeah.
I put Lloyd's movie legs on the Skull Sorcerer, And like he flows around with the wings so much better with legs.
That's a good
And then when I put the gown back on, I was just like, this sucks. This genuinely sucks.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
So
Well,
I'm
now
actually
we get
excited to
experience
see him
in-
with the legs. It's gonna look really cool.
This season's just gonna be nuts. Like,
Dude,
the only
the
thing we
one thing we
haven't
haven't
seen
considered
yet,
is imagine the ninja's dragon forms like in show.
Dragon Cull versus Lean Vangelis.
Oh my god, that's gonna go so hard. Dude, purple
And-
skull sorcerer looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I love is how the lines on his mask glow.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, in the show,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, in the sets, it's
Like
just black.
in season 13 there were just like black lines. But in like the
Yeah.
show, not only his eyes are glowing now, but like all the little lines on his mask.
Yeah, that show.
It looks so sick. He looks
Yes.
dripped out as hell.
Yeah, Mr. F. I can't get over that. Mr. F looks so good in the show.
Yeah.
What on earth happened with the? I know it's two different forms. He's not in his set form yet. But like the helmet.
Could you not
What
have done
happened?
a purple helmet?
Well, yeah. Or like, God, the helmet is just so weird. I don't like that. But anyways,
I think Mr. Evil's samurai helmet goes unreasonably hard.
no, I think he should have just had the biker one. I think that goes even harder.
No, I think the samurai helmet with that armor and a visor goes
I think
hard as
it's so funny wearing like this purple destruction, evil of darkness clothing with a biker helmet is the funniest thing.
hell.
Or like a bowler hat with a mechanical eye.
He's got like the drippiest armor and like a bowler hat.
Yeah. God,
Literally best villain.
absolutely. So yeah, Crystalized do be very good so far.
I agree. Is that all we have to say?
I want to just go over one more thing.
Yeah.
Specifically, just two of the ninja, I think. Well, actually, and Skylor. Oh, actually, one quick thing. You know how Ronin appears in the poster? So he's
Yeah.
definitely getting a big role in the second part of the season.
Yeah.
Which is going to be like basically proving Lloyd wrong. Because Lloyd just says, "And when's the
No,
last
what-
time you did anything unusual?" And
No, what I hope during that they acknowledge the fact that he already has. Like, I hope the arc isn't about him learning to find the capacity for good.
yeah.
Because he already
I
has
think-
that.
No, I think so. I think that's the case because Ronin looks visibly angry when he
Yeah,
says
Ronin
that.
looks
Like,
very pissed when he says that.
yeah.
But
like,
also that might be because of, oh, I know he's right thing. And that's what I'm worried about. Because, like, Lloyd is not right in this case.
No, I don't. No, I think he's kind of hurt because Ronin also says not all, in a sarcastic way. Not all of us would be cut out to be heroes. I guess, like kind of like as in a calling thing out, and then Lloyd says that, and he looks visibly hurt.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so that would be good to get the Ronin back almost to the mechanic. But also with Lloyd, I think
Actually, sorry to interrupt, but imagine how hard like an exaggerated wild brain animation Ronin versus mechanic fight would go.
imagine
Like Ronin with all his
guys
like
with these
gadgets and
tools,
tricks and
yeah.
shit, and like the mechanic with like his arm and like a golden weapon.
Yeah, God, imagine that.
What I love about Crystalized is how inventive they are with the mechanic. Like they dialed up his arm so much. Like in Prime Empire, they had him extend it to punch a box. In this season, they're extending it and using it as like a grapple and shit. It's like, oh my god, I love the mechanic.
This guy, he literally he just absolutely decimates the ninja, all four of the ninja. I know they're
Good.
out of practice, but it's just so good.
Good.
I want to see like a scene where like the new ninja are doing so well, and then the mechanic just absolutely just
The mechanic
abolishes
shows up
them.
and just bodies all of them.
Yeah, he's so good. Like, and the thing is, he just doesn't care. Like, he doesn't have a motive, and he doesn't really get like deeply hurt or anything. He's just there for the ride.
He just loves being a dick.
Yeah, like even when he releases Unagami why he wanted, and then he just leaves.
Releases Unagami to destroy Ninjago, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Literally, like, God, so good.
King.
But like with Lloyd, I hope they touch on the stuff with like his leadership. They did it at the beginning where he just is tired of having this responsibility.
Yeah.
And then with Harumi back and the Overlord and all this stuff, it's just gonna pile up on him.
Yeah, I think the Rogue Lloyd theories are very likely. I think he's just gonna absolutely lose his mind.
Oh God, because I'm still thinking of that one clip. Like now that we know it's Harumi and they have him, and like he's tearing up and like
Yeah.
God, he's absolutely like, and he's like, what's the word? I was gonna say vibrating, but like he's like shaking. Yeah, God.
Yeah.
He's absolutely going to murder someone.
Yeah, definitely.
And then like Cole is like what people expect Lloyd to be like in terms of leadership.
Yeah,
Cole
Cole
been
is really
taking
carrying this season.
Yeah, in terms of leadership, everyone else is just kind of like
Gone.
absolutely broken. Yeah, which is why I think it'd be cool if they had like a role reverse switch at the end. Like Lloyd thinks he doesn't want this pressure on him. He thinks he's happy with the role he has at the moment.
Yeah.
And Cole deserves it more, especially if they go the route of Wu. Well, what do you think's going to happen to Wu this season? Do you think he will make it to the end?
I don't think Wu will make it to the end. I think, especially given how they put Wu in the exact same position as Tony Stark in the poster.
Yeah.
Like
the whole Wu and Pixel thing.
Like, given how this is like Ninjago's big Endgame event. And that's not even a reference to the movie. That's a reference to the definition of the word. But like,
yeah. Guys, Marvel didn't invent the word Endgame.
Wu is definitely. I feel like something is definitely going to happen to Wu.
Absolutely, they wouldn't put him that big on the poster. Like if they had a bunch of other characters. They could have done Kai, they could have done Jay or Cole or anyone. They put Wu there. There's definitely something big. Also, the placement of Pixel is kind of funny.
Isn't it in Black Widow?
Yeah. Pixel, it's time we departed.
It's time we departed. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but imagine if Pixel dies, which I'm not too confident on, but Nia's samurai, so I can sort of see that now. And then Mr. F kills her, then Zane just comes out with the scroll, just loses it with his emotions on.
Yeah, like the mechanic.
Not,
the mechanic. Iceberg comes back and just kills the mechanic.
If he doesn't kill himself with a weapon, that's still so funny to me.
I'm just imagining him sprinting up to the weapons. I'll be taking those. Just dies.
Yeah. God, I love that. It's like instantly though, like he touches them and just gone.
Just gets instantly vaporized.
Yeah, like that Ninjoid in space. That's just the mechanic. Like if someone told me, all right, the mechanic is dying this season, I would absolutely put it that way.
I really hope
keep him around for 10 more episodes. Like if the weapons thing happened. Like in the last few episodes, I would just have him die there. That'd be so funny. Or maybe all things seem lost in the mechanic. Guys, I know what to do.
No, what if he dies? What if he dies to the weapons, and then in the reboot, he's just inexplicably back?
No, there's no information. He's just complete. He's the exact same.
He's completely fine, as if he never met the Crystal King.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's up, guys?
But yeah, I really hope the mechanic doesn't die. I really hope he just ends the season going back to being on the doll and just stealing from people. Because the idea of the mechanic just being this constant, everlasting force of just being being a petty dick is really funny.
Yeah, the Overlord finally comes back with a Vengestone army and the mechanic runs away, Prime Empire style.
He just runs away at the end.
God. I love how this was supposed to be us discussing the episodes, but we've just
devolved into mechanic discussion. At least a quarter of this hour-long podcast is just mechanic talk.
But he's so awesome, man.
He's just the GOAT villain. He's just one.
Yeah.
He's definitely the best supporting antagonist this series has ever seen.
He's honestly in my top 10 favorite.
And he's probably in at least my top 10 favorite actual villains.
I was gonna say characters. I genuinely think he's absolutely gold.
I feel
so good.
There's you get the occasional side villain who's so good he starts getting into people's main villain lists.
I can't think of a thing where the side villain became this really big villain.
You have Scales, you have Mr. E, and the mechanic. Those are the main three I can think of. I don't know if you can think of any more.
Klaus.
Oh yeah, no, Klaus.
Yeah, God, it's so Mechanic
is the
interacting with Aspheera, Pythor, Overlord, all them.
By the way, I love how Klaus didn't get an invite.
I hope he's genuinely just dead now. People ask him to come back all the time, just no, he's dead.
He just faded away.
He had to have, because he doesn't have a vessel, unless Cruncher just is it's okay.
Oh, bro, possess me, I'll be fine.
The mechanic just...
The mechanic's yeah, man, possess me, one bro to another.
Literally, oh god. The mechanic's a real one.
He is.
I want to see the mechanic send his goons to attack who is nah, I got my goons there one time, they'll get him again. And we just absolutely decimates them.
He just sends the exact same people. He's look, you can either send all us villains to destroy the monastery, But I disabled Wu with like 3 street-side folks.
I really hope.
That just proves the mechanic is the best villain. I mean, like, the ninja have, like, beaten the villains time and time again, and the mechanic was able to completely disable the entire team with 3 thugs and, like, a tear gas bomb.
Yeah, like the
He is actually the GOAT. There is genuinely no villain that's, like, better than him.
Like before season 11, before season 12, he was a pain, but like he wasn't like a huge pain. But then season 12, 15, he's just absolutely just causing them so much crap. Like Lloyd has been looking
just the
for him
police
for a
force's
month.
biggest hater.
Yeah, like Lloyd was looking for him for a month with the island. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, guess who hasn't been caught? The mechanic, and then Ronin shows up. He's like, man, this guy.
What's funny is that's literally what I was thinking when I was watching the scene. When Lloyd was saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, the mechanic, and then it's Ronin, and Lloyd's like, what, Ronin? I'm like, what, Ronin? And I'm like, wait.
Imagine that, like the timeline as is, mechanic. Like, let's say Ronin just didn't get caught in the island. Let's say like, and he was replaced with the mechanic. Like, mechanic breaks out in season 11, causes Prime Empire in season 12, has a gigantic island scam, and then just joins the.
At the end of the island, he runs away.
Literally, yeah. God, this like the mechanic is like this era's Klaus. How Klaus would just show up and just cause so much crap, but he's way better.
He's like just he's the absolute GOAT of Ninjago side villains.
Yeah,
there is no
like,
questions about it. He's so
if you
funny.
go to some kid who's watching Skyline, it's like that guy.
That guy, they should have just killed him there and there.
Fun fact, actually, before the absolute worst came out, before I knew the mechanic was going to be in there, I had like written this thing. This like server had a Ninjago fic contest. I wrote this thing about Jay. Like the mechanic was the main villain in it, and he was like, and then Jay and Zane were like trying to stop him from like releasing something.
Yeah.
Ended up just being Prime Empire.
That's good.
Yeah.
Braggy plagiarized you, bro. You should file a lawsuit.
I could sue them. I was gonna say something, but I won't say that. Oh my god. So yeah. So final thoughts. What do you think of Crystalized?
I'm a very big fan of Crystalised. I have my concerns of it. I have some misgivings with like some of the earlier parts of the season. But this season is a blast. It's really emotionally resonant. It's really fun. It's really well made. And that's honestly all I can ask for out of a Ninjago season.
And the fact that it's just a setup for like the next 18 episodes.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. We have seen nothing yet.
Yeah, like what we know is going to happen is the villains getting the weapons, the monastery raid, and Lloyd losing it in the cage, and also Cole and Kai running away from spiders.
I assume that's going to be in the next episode.
Yeah, surely, because then does the mechanic know where he's going?
Oh,
He's just on the ride.
I'll figure out where I'm going later.
And in the next episode, he's just there.
He's just there. He's like, "Hey, Lloyd."
I like how this is going to be titled like Crystalized Discussion, and like half of it is just the mechanic.
Okay, I think we've tried to end it 2 times now and ended up just devolving back into mechanics discussion.
He's just too awesome.
We just need to commit. We need to commit to ending it now. So, what are your final thoughts on Crystalized?
I think it's very very good. I think I've loved like most like Wild Brain stuff. I'm like Wild Brain number 2 defender.
I'm the first one, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so good. I like, how it can tackle different tones is great. The character focus has been good. There's not been like a specific focus. And just the villains and like, oh god, the potential with like also one-upping Skybound with the prison arc.
Oh yeah,
which is
they
good.
literally just did that story, but good.
They literally just decimated it completely. Yeah, so yeah, it's really good. I think this is shaping up. This could be like a top tier season if they play everything right.
Yeah, if they play their cards right, this could seriously be top 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think like I don't think anything will ever beat Master of the Mountain for me, but anything below that, like fair game.
I don't know if I do think will beat Sons of Garmadon for me, but yeah, same.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, this season's great. So far. I can't wait for like the next 18.
Me too. So let's commit to ending it now before we go into another 10-minute long mechanic discussion. Cube, do you have any social medias you want to plug?
Please subscribe to the channel, and that's it.
Okay. I'm not going to let you specify whose channel because saying the channel means I get more subscribers.
Yeah, just subscribe to Crusty, and that's it. Just don't sub to me.
Okay, this has been the first episode of the Crusty Crew, the one podcast which is not a rip-off of mine's podcast. And we will see you in the next episode. Coming, I have no idea when. Things are busy at the
When the
minute.
mechanic episode comes out.
Things are very busy at the minute, we'll see.
Yes.
So what should we have the final word be? How do we exit?
Mechanic sweep.